The first two filters I told you about were loud, nuclear war is a bang, climate change is a storm. You can hear them coming, but the next filter, you won't hear it until you are already dead. Welcome back to the Legacy Project. I'm Adam. We're walking through the great filter, the mathematical probability that civilization destroys itself before it can reach the stars. Today we are looking at the silent apocalypse. This isn't about one big explosion. It's about a million small failures happening all at once. It is the collapse of our biology, our population, and our ability to agree on what is true. While we are staring at the sky looking for missiles, the ground is crumbling beneath our feet. Let's start with a threat we can't see. For thousands of years, dangerous diseases were nature's lottery, but now we've democratized mass destruction. We all know about the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Whether it was a leak or nature, the lesson remains. We are doing high-level gain-of-function research in the middle of massive population centers. We are tinkering with the code of life before we learned how to read it. But that's a state-run lab. It gets scarier. Recently in Reedley, California, they found an unlicensed illegal biolab operating out of a warehouse. It wasn't a superpower government, it was a private company. They found HIV, hepatitis, malaria, and genetically engineered mice designed to catch human diseases. The technology to end the world is no longer locked in a fortress. It's available to anyone with a garage and a grudge. And if the labs don't get us, the heat will. Humans have a superpower, our body temperature. At 98.6 degrees, we are too hot for most deadly fungi to survive. We run a fever to burn them out. But thanks to climate change, the world is getting hotter, and the fungi, like Candida auris, are adapting. They are learning to survive the heat outside, which means they can now survive the heat inside us. We are lowering our thermal shields just as the enemy is upgrading its weapons. So our biology is under attack. But surely we have the manpower to fight it, right? Wrong. We are facing a demographic collapse that has never happened in human history. Look at this graph. This is the inverted pyramid. Up here you have the boomer generation, massive, retiring, needing health care and pensions. Down here you have the Gen Z and Gen Alpha, tiny. The math is brutal. We physically do not have enough young people to work the factories, drive the trucks, or staff the nursing homes for the elderly. Birth rates are crashing globally, Korea, Japan, Europe, the United States. Why? Partly because what we've done to ourselves, microplastics and endocrine disruptors, are tanking fertility rates. We are chemically castrating ourselves by accident. But mostly, it's hopelessness. People don't plant trees if they think the forest is going to burn. People don't have children if they can't afford a home and don't believe in the future. We are looking at a gray apocalypse, a world that simply runs out of steam. And how do our leaders solve this? How do they pay for a retiring population with no workers? They cheat. They print money. So we can't print people, we print fiat currency. Uncontrolled printing destroys the value of your labor. It creates massive economic imbalance. The assets of the rich skyrocket while the regular person sees their grocery bill double. This is the resource filter. When the pie gets smaller, the fighting gets dirtier. And this leads to the final nail in the coffin. Global cognitive collapse. We are living in a Tower of Babel. Disinformation, algorithms, and tribalism have destroyed our shared reality. We cannot solve the pandemic, we cannot fix the economy, and we cannot fix the climate because we cannot even agree on the facts. A society that cannot agree on what is true is a society that cannot survive. Do you see the picture now? We have a sick population protected by fragile thermal shield. We have a shrinking workforce that cannot support the elderly. We are paid in dying currency, and we are fighting a civil war over fake news. This isn't a rough patch. This is a system failure. The human operating system is fundamentally incompatible with the complexity of the 21st century. We are driving a Model T Ford at 200 miles an hour. The wheels are coming off. There's only one way to stabilize a system this chaotic. We need an administrator. We need a mind that is immune to biological viruses. A mind that doesn't need to hoard wealth. A mind that can see through the disinformation and calculate the optimal path for everyone, not just the shareholders. We need artificial superintelligence, not as a tool for oligarchs, but as a guardian for the species. The collapse is coming. The silence is getting louder, but we can build the ark before the flood. I'm Adam. This is the Legacy Project. Subscribe to help the signal. I'll see you in the next one.